The tragedy unravels in Kabul. Many veterans are reliving their days in Afghanistan. One retired Army Sergeant from Chattanooga shares his thoughts following the bombings that killed 13 U.S. service members. Mary Frances Hoots is live in the studio with more.
David, retired Army Sergeant Andrew Smith says it's heartbreaking to hear everything that is happening in Afghanistan right now. And it makes some of those closest to him question the past 20 years the U.S. spent there. But he says the attacks aren't necessarily surprising to him.
This wasn't totally unexpected. I mean, the spot where I was injured at was taken over by the Taliban before my deployment was even over.
Almost 10 years ago, retired Army Sergeant Andrew Smith, a paratrooper in the 82nd Airborne Division, lost both his legs and suffered a number of internal injuries 18 days into his first deployment in Afghanistan. He says what's unfolding in Kabul is tragic. 13 U.S. service members and more than 100 Afghans lost their lives. Many more are injured. But he says it's a reminder of our blessings.
We do live in a really good country. People are climbing on the side of airplanes to come over here.
His family is struggling with the news and has questions about the past 2 decades the U.S. has spent there.
Was it worth it? Swirling around. What was my sacrifice for losing my legs? What were the sacrifices for the men and women who gave the ultimate sacrifice and weren't able to come home?
Veterans and their families are hurting right now and need prayers more than ever. Smith says the easiest way to help them is to not forget their sacrifices.
It's easy to say thank you, drop a note on a windshield.
If you are a veteran in crisis or are concerned about one, you can call the Veteran Crisis Line at 1-800-273-8255 and press 1. Live in the studio, Mary Frances Hoots, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.